If you thought Angelina Jolie's $25 million home and Will Smith's $42 million mansion was expensive, think again. Hollywood celebrities can't even come close to the world's most expensive private residential buildings. In today's video, let's take a look at Antilia, a private home in the South Mumbai district of Mumbai, India. This 27-story, 570 feet tall, and 400,000 square feet home has a price tag of a whopping $2 billion. I told you, Will Smith has nothing on this building. Can you guess what is technically the most expensive private home in the world? Take a guess down in the comments. Here's a hint, it's located in England and their residents may or may not wear crowns. What is Antilia? Let's start with the basics so we can have a better understanding of what really is Antilia. This 27-story, $2 billion house is a home to 6 people. Yes, you heard that right, just 6 people. And, well, 600 permanent members of staff, but I don't think that counts. Mukesh Ambani is the richest man in Asia and the 17th richest person in the world. Ambani has a net worth of $600 billion and is the chairman and director of Reliance Industries and Fortune Global 500. So now his home doesn't seem as shocking. This historical building is home to Ambani, his wife, his mother, and his 3 children. Antilia was first opened in 2010 and is situated in one of the world's most expensive addresses, Altamount Road in South Mumbai. The tower was designed by Chicago-based architects Perkins and Will, but later the Australian-based construction company Leighton Holdings took over and finished the construction. It only took 4 years to build this monumental landmark. This $2 billion skyscraper may be a private home, but it looks more like a city within a building, and soon we'll see why. Want to know what goes on in these magnificent 27 floors? Keep on watching. Floor arrangements. Starting from the bottom and going up, the Antilia has 6 stories dedicated to parking luxurious cars. It is estimated that these parking spaces can hold up to 168 cars, and the family has 2 separate floors, just for their private use. As we go above from a lobby with 9 elevators, we enter the living quarters. Several lounge rooms, bedrooms, and bathrooms may not seem unordinary, but what makes this floor plan special is a ballroom and 50-seat home theater. One thing you may notice about the Antilia is how its ceilings are usually covered in crystal chandeliers. Everything about this building screams luxury and wealth. Moving up with one of the 9 elevators provided, we step inside the health floor. The name serves this floor justice because it is basically a luxurious resort in a home. A lap pool, outdoor swimming pool, and jacuzzi offer a view of the Mumbai skyline. And inside, there's a spa, a yoga studio, a gym, and an ice room. You might be thinking at this moment, what is the ice room? Well, apparently the family loves snow so much they have a whole room dedicated to snow flurries, where artificial snowflakes are pumped into it all the time. But I guess when you're worth $60 billion, why wouldn't you have an ice room? Can you guess which building has a floor for maintenance staff and another floor for security guards and personnel? Yup, it's Antilia. It's no surprise that this high-end tower needs constant maintenance, so Ambani decided to solve this problem and created 2 floors just for its 600 members of staff. Ambani's residence. The top 8 floors are where Ambani and his family reside, primarily built of steel and glass structures. The family are based on the top 6 floors of the house. They have their very own 2-story health centers, and each floor for the members of the family. Mukesh Ambani and his wife, the business's mother, his daughter Isha, and his 2 sons, Anant and Akash. So if the family gets into the typical family arguments, they can continue living together without even bumping into each other. Are the 9 elevators the only way to get to the 27-story, $2 billion home? That's a great question, and the answer is no. On the very top of the skyscraper are 3 rooftop helipads, landing areas for helicopters. Not only does it offer a panoramic view of the city, but you can actually fly straight to your home without going through the airport passport security and baggage claims. This mega mansion also has 4 floors dedicated to hanging gardens, constructed from the 8th floor up to the 12th floor. These hanging gardens were inspired by the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, once one of the 7 wonders of the world. Just billionaire things, right? A special gardening technique called hydroponics was used to create these magical hanging gardens, and it's the same technique that allows plants to grow on the exterior walls of Antilia. In one of these gardens, a gigantic sculpture of Vishnu, an Indian god of preservation, can be seen. This magnificent sculpture is made of silver and gold and is covered with diamonds and pearls. And with that, we have basically covered the inside of the 400,000 square foot home Antilia. But let's go over the floor plans once again, because I have a feeling you already forgot. Floors 1 through 6 are for car parking. Floor 7 is dedicated to a home theater and ballroom. Floors 8 through 12 are where the gardens hang. Floor 13, i.e. the health floor, is where one can swim, hit the gym, or enjoy snowflakes. Floors 14 to 20 are for guests and members of the staff. And finally, 6 floors, 21 to 27, are for the multi-billionaire and his family. Yep, that pretty much sums it up. Controversy. As one can expect, this building is vastly talked about, not only in India but all over the world. But people of India have criticized this building instead of admiring it. A lot of controversy surrounded the construction of Antilia, so let's break it all down, starting with the land it was built on. Mukesh apparently bought the land, which was meant to be a place of education for underprivileged children, for $3.2 million. Another controversy surrounding the Antilia was its 3 helipads. There were complaints from local non-government organizations saying that the helicopter-dedicated platforms were violating local noise laws. There was even a rumor going around that Ambani and his family were actually not living in the $2 billion home. Sources say this because the house does not face the rising house and does not conform to the rules of ancient Indian philosophy, Vastu Shastra. It can bring bad luck. While Nita Ambani, the billionaire's wife, has denied these rumors and allegations, the theory is still pretty interesting. The public's reaction. But the biggest controversy remains the public reaction to Antilia. Even though this tower is located in one of the richest addresses in the world, most of India has to survive on less than $2 a day. Many Indians don't shy away to express their disappointment and anger toward the richest man in Asia. Mumbai is widely known as a city that houses a very poor population, with many of its citizens having to live on the streets. The public did not appreciate the fact Ambani chose the city to display his luxurious and rich skyscraper, as it has to overlook the poor neighborhoods surrounding it. What makes this controversy even more interesting is the fact Ratan Tata, the chairman of the Tata Group and a fellow billionaire, had to chime in and voice his concerns. The industrialist has said that Antilia is a perfect example of rich Indians' lack of empathy for the poor. The person who lives in there should be concerned about what he sees around him and asking, can he make a difference? Tata has publicly stated. He definitely has a point there, especially if we consider the rumors that the family may not even be living in their extravagant home. But whatever the critics or the public may say, Antilia remains the most expensive private home in the world, with a shocking price tag of $2 billion. What do you think about Antilia? Which floor is your favorite? Oh, and if you haven't guessed our question yet, the most expensive home is the Buckingham Palace at $5 billion. But since it's an administrative headquarter of the UK's monarchy, it doesn't qualify. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video.